And welcome back inside Delaware Live Sports, our nightcap here today of the Viking Invitational, day one of the broadcast schedule here at the St. E Center in Wilmington, Delaware. Nick Alessandrini alongside Joe Singles, and we are now joined by the man that runs the show, John Gretchen. We appreciate you coming back on here for quarter number one as we now have St. Elizabeth's and Our Lady of Mercy taking us home here, rounding us out on our Friday night slate as we are underway. Our Lady of Mercy, they're in the all dark gray with the gold numbers and letters. St. E's, the team from in-state here in Delaware, we know well, in the all whites with the maroon numbers and letters. John, appreciate you joining us again. We've had two great matchups, and we should have another one here with these two teams.
Yes, this is going to be a good game. A little bit about Our Lady of Mercy Academy. They're from South Jersey, and they're ranked number 4 right now in South Jersey. They were 20-6 last year, but they're real young. So I look for good things for them in the future.
That's right. Happy to have them here at the Viking Invitational. Your starters for Our Lady of Mercy are as follows. They have it after the offensive foul against Tori Richardson. It'll be her first and the team's first. It'll be Venasia Thompson, Caitlin Coriel, Adriana Bristow, Kalia Lewis, and Alessia Lentini. Your starters for Our Lady of Mercy for the Vikings: Tanaya Reese, Tori Richardson, Skylar Bolden, Zamila Seda Owens, and Malaysia and Michaela Sullivan. That one dribbled off the foot of herself, Joe. That'll be a turnover to get things started.
Yeah, tough one.
St. Elizabeth is young, but they're building. They're going to be good in the future.
That's right. Again, it was almost a few years ago. I believe it was the COVID year. They brought home that state championship, so a lot of success in that time period. Coach Cooney and company, and again, they've been successful here since that state title as well, always in the mix.
Well, their head coach is out tonight, so they're being coached by an assistant coach. But I hope Ty gets better and gets back soon.
Absolutely. And we'll have a whistle and a foul underneath. A minute in, it'll be our first free throw attempts as the whistle goes against Our Lady of Mercy. Some free throws now here as the foul will go against Alessia Lentini, her first. And at the free throw line, Zamila Seda Owens, unable to knock down either of the free throws, and the miss corralled by Our Lady of Mercy. Open three, that one is up, long off the mark that time for Caitlin Coriel. Second chance here. That miss now into the hands of Seda Owens as a minute and a half in. So, John, how did you get in? Obviously, St. E's, you know well, we are here at the St. E Center, the home of the Vikings, a home game for them, if you will. How did you hear, or what do you know about, you talked about how you got them, but how did you figure out, or how did you meet Our Lady of Mercy here and get them to get here to the Vikings?
They contacted me.
There you go.
You know, as a lot of other teams do. So I'm pretty lucky in that respect. I don't have to go hunting teams.
Yeah. I'll make it a little bit easier on you, a little bit, right?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But I have some help from people all over the nation. You know, I can call my buddy Mike Turo, who coaches Bishop Laughlin. Mm-hmm. If I need a team, he gets me a team out of New York.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We're going to see them, right? We're going to see Bishop Laughlin.
They'll be in the championship tomorrow.
Yep, that's right. And then the boys team will play the boys St. E's team on Sunday night. Yep.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Foul under the basket here. More free throws coming up for St. Elizabeth. This will be a foul against Venasia Thompson, her first, team second. So an empty trip on the last to the line for the Vikings, looking to convert here, and they do. The first one knocked down by Tori Richardson. And our first points of the evening go to the Vikings, who have a 1-0 lead. One more on the way here for Richardson. It's up and through. So, John, what's your favorite part about this weekend? If I had to ask you, I don't put you on the spot. It's a tough question to answer. What's your favorite part about the Viking Invitational?
Watching the girls enjoy it.
Exactly right. To travel underneath the basket.
It's what it's all about. This is for the girls and for the charity.
Absolutely.
You know.
And we had a fun half-court shot contest there, $1 for a great cause.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're very successful with that, too.
We had our head coach, I believe, from Olmsted Falls, step up there and knock down a knock down a half-court shot.
Yeah, he looked pretty good.
Yeah, it took one step, little flick of the wrist, and dropped that one right through there.
He turned to me and said, "We practice this."
It shows. Driving on the baseline through contact, no good for Tanaya Reese. And the rebound to Our Lady of Mercy here, 2-0, 3 minutes into the opening quarter. A clear lane opening up, the left hand scooping and scoring. Kalia Lewis.
Good finish there. She kind of lost control of the ball. She was coming down the lane, but she was able to regroup.
Another team entering the building here to sit on the far side of the bleachers, catch some basketball before they have to take the floor. As we are all tied at 2, 4:30 to go in the first quarter. Euro stepping inside, shot off the mark. Second chance is up and through, courtesy of Skylar Bolden. So first field goal for St. Elizabeth's there. They lead 4-2. And now trapped in the corner. And able to get it back up top is Alessia Lentini. Halfway through the first, Lentini, nice baseline cut pass to a cutting Venetia Thompson, who's fouled on her way up.
Yep, good backdoor cut on that short corner there. Maybe would have liked to see her jump stop, maybe pump fake, but either way, she drew the foul. Hopefully she can get 2 free throws here.
This foul will go against Tanaya Reese, her first, team second. So each team with 2 fouls here halfway through the first. Free throw won't go on the first for Venetia Thompson. And another coming up here on the way. Around and out. Rebound battled for.
Yeah.
And it'll stay here with St. Elizabeth's. That was Kalia Lewis battling for it underneath. And now they'll switch possession. It actually will be with Our Lady of Mercy. They get it inside, back to Lewis. Strong through contact with that left hand. She's got 2 field goals, 4 points.
Yeah, and that was smart. Lewis went up and set an up screen, and then immediately turned, put her hands up, gave a target.
4-4 now. And crowd, nice crowd here for this one. They get another one on the way to round out our night slate. And then, of course, we'll be back tomorrow with some big-time matchups as that shot is off the mark into the hands of Kalia Lewis. Lewis up ahead in transition, able to get that one to go. Was Muffin Bethea off the bench for Our Lady of Mercy. Timeout on the floor and a 2-point lead for Mercy here over St. Elizabeth's early on. 3:22 to go. We'll stay right here in the first.
Yeah, you know, again, we talked about this multiple games, but, you know, difficult shots. Shots that are challenged at one end often lead to quick defensive rebounds, outlet, easy baskets at the other end. So you just got to be a little bit more aware of, you know, of the score and the situation, and not always take that first shot.
And John, Our Lady of Mercy, obviously making the trip over. What do you know about where they're coming from?
Well, they're South Jersey. They're really good, you know, but they're young.
Yeah.
They were 20-6, like I said previously, and they look to be an upstart team over in New Jersey.
That's right, and hopefully we'll be able to get them, you know, to the Viking Invitational here for the next couple years, get some great matchups on the slate again.
Yeah.
And, you know, John, it's been interesting. We've had some teams from different locations go at it, and we the last game we had Wisconsin versus Pennsylvania, so we had the Packers versus the Eagles. We'll be talking about those NFL teams for each respective location. As we have a steal, Lewis trying to finish, and Kalia Lewis does. This will be the first game where I believe we have 2 Eagles fans going at it here.
There it is.
Similar.
Yeah.
Close enough in this one.
Well, actually, Central Dauphin are Pittsburgh fans.
Oh, there you go. So
there you go. Hate to correct you.
Yeah, so it was Steelers-Packers last time around. we had a chance to interview Natalie Cassell, and she had to highlight her love for the Green Bay Packers. And of course, making the trip over from Wisconsin. So she said, I'm a big Packers fan. So great to see that here on the broadcast. It's going to be a fun NFC finish, Joe.
Yeah,
I know that. So 8-3 after the bucket on the other end. 8-7.
Yep.
This one battled for underneath, and Lewis has it. Will kick it back up top. Now Lewis will let it fly from the corner. That one was halfway down, rolled out.
Yeah.
And that three drops in.
It was her. It was number 30.
And that's back to back.
Back to back, yep.
For Michaela Sullivan.
Yep.
And she's getting things going here for St. Elizabeth's. Now they've got their first lead of the evening, 10-8. And a whistle and a stoppage as the ball out of play down this end. I believe we had a whistle and a foul.
Yeah, Lewis was driving. She didn't really have anywhere to go, but they bailed her out with the foul.
Second foul against Tori Richardson, so she'll be dealing with two here early on.
Old first state refs worried about the uniforms. Oh, gotta love that.
155. Saw a lot of that football season as well this year. Lewis able to get the loose ball, kick it to the corner. That three off the mark, out of the hands of Adriana Bristow. And now racing the other way are the Vikings. St. Owens back to the corner, trying to get it over to Elia Dorsey, and unable to handle it. So Mercy to inbound, 1:36 to go here in the opening quarter. And the Viking Invitational here for Wilmington, Delaware. On Delaware Live Sports, Nick Alessandrini alongside Joe Singles and John Gretchen here for the matchup between St. E's and Our Lady of Mercy. Step back three, along with a tough shot for Bristow. Second chance, though, as Kalia Lewis tracks down the rebound. She's going to put it right back up. Hung on the rim, rolls out, and now taken by the Vikings and Zamila Seda Owens. Owens opening up like the Red Sea for Seda Owens, and it's up and in. Got to get a religious reference in there at the St. E Center.
2 days after Christmas.
As we tick under a minute to go, happy holidays to all tuning in. 12-8, St. E's leading Our Lady of Mercy here early on. Lewis into a three. That had a chance.
Yeah.
Rebound battled for. It's loose. That's going to be last touched by Muffin Bethea as she collided with a Viking here near right in front of us on the sideline.
You know, Lewis started out really strong. She's obviously kind of that catalyst for Our Lady of Mercy, but you know, it seems to be the other four girls in gray have kind of stopped a little bit offensively because of the first, 7.5 minutes that Lewis has had. So I'd like to see them move the ball a little bit more.
23 and ticking. We'll see if the Vikings end up with the final shot of the quarter. Bolden inside through contact, up and in. Nice pretty move in the spin cycle. That time from Skylar Bolden. She's got four now with 10 seconds. We'll see if Our Lady of Mercy can get a final shot off. 14-8. Lewis stopped her dribble, 5 seconds. She'll get it back now with two. Getting downhill, Kalia Lewis too strong.
Good D.
And that'll take us to the end of quarter number one. 14-8. It's the home team, St. Elizabeth's, with a 6-point lead as we head to the second quarter. John, any closing words on what we just saw here in the opening quarter? And day one coming to a close here in a couple hours.
It's coming close fast, but I do want to say something about the officials. Okay? These guys have been working their tail off all holiday. They're doing 2 or 3 tournaments at a time, but they're sending some good officials over here, and they know we need them. And I can't say enough about them, and thanks to Randy Henzies and Cliff Phipps, the assigner, for working with me to get these guys here.
And they've done a phenomenal job today. We can say that has been fantastic job by our officials today, and I have a feeling it's going to remain that way throughout the rest of the weekend.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, it's been great, John. To hang out as long as you want. We're heading to the second quarter. It's going to be a fun one here.
I'll see you at the next game.
Sounds good. As we are ready for quarter number two, we will see John at that one as well if we are, in fact, on the air. And again, we welcome you back. There you go. How about that? Jason putting us on there a little bit. We got the backdrop behind us today. You'll see a little bit more of that later on as we come back. But Jason Winchell alongside Nick Alessandrini and Joe Singles. And we got the crew here. Mike Lang, Pat Garianis here. Hollywood on the camera. Nick Halliday just here as well. So the whole crew on hand for this one. And a 14-8 first quarter. Joe, St. Elizabeth's got out to an early lead.
Yeah, it felt like the momentum was with, you know, the Our Lady of Mercy, but they, St. E's with those deep threes takes a 4-point lead.
Bethea inside over top of Tiana Reese and able to get it to drop in. Bethea's got 4 points now in the ball game, 14-10. So my next goal, Joe, like I was saying, we were talking earlier, is I love to, got to find out what the mascots are.
Yeah.
I wonder what Our Lady of Mercy is, as that shot in the corner is short on the three. Kalia Lewis and Muffin Bethea leading the way with 4 apiece here for Our Lady of Mercy. As Lewis backs down to defender, that's a tough shot.
Yeah.
Offensive rebound, though, is there, and unable to convert it was Bethea, and then she's going to get whistled in the backcourt.
Bethea's having a good 9 minutes here. You know, she's that beautiful spin move, but she's actually working really hard under the basket. You know, she did a great job on Lewis here not to foul her at the end of that first quarter. And I think she was kind of holding her side there, so she paid for it, but she's banging.
From the free throw line, sizing up is Skylar Bolden.
Oh, okay.
Kicks it back out. And an extra jab step in there on the perimeter. So Our Lady of Mercy, as you heard John talk about, making the trip over from South Jersey. So getting our representatives from Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Wisconsin, New York, all over.
Another
and
turnover.
Away.
Yeah.
Letting the defender get to her, but able to finish anyway was Elia Dorsey. And our first points of the second quarter.
Delay a game all light, no big deal.
Our first call of that fashion today.
Yeah, but you know, St. East is just kind of taking the visiting team out of their groove here. They're just don't look in sync offensively.
Yeah.
And that's just leading to a lot of problems.
Our Lady of Mercy are the Villagers. Joe, how about the Villagers and the Vikings?
And the Caseys earlier.
That's right. Gotta love that. So into the ball game here for Our Lady of Mercy is China Fiddler. She's in there number 3 now in the backcourt for the Villagers.
Good D.
Here comes the trap on the block. Has to get rid of it. Does so to Bethea. And they'll reverse court. Now 3 is up and good for Caitlin Coriel. Her first field goal.
Quiets things down a little bit, but it still wasn't a great offensive possession.
That St. E's crowd and bench is loud on the defensive side of the floor. 16-13 after the 3. Here comes Kalia Lewis, I believe, with the help defense, trying to make something happen. And a whistle and a foul might be against Lewis. We'll see. Some subs here for the Vikings as well as the Villagers. Yeah, and that foul is going to go against Kalia Lewis. Like I said, her first, team second. So Tanaya Reese will hold it up top here. 5 minutes to go in the half, and we got a 1-possession game. Dorsey feeds Bolden. Bolden to the basket, couldn't score. Second chance, wouldn't go back up and through for Anissa Harris. And now a Villager trapped on the baseline and a timeout by Our Lady of Mercy. So a smart timeout on the far side of the floor. Joe, 4:45 to go here in the half, 16-13. A bit of fun one so far.
Yeah, definitely pleasantly surprised with some of the low post in the lane. You know, work both offensively and defensively. You know, neither of these teams are as big as some of the girls we've seen earlier today, but they are playing smart and using those low post You know, in the basketball, we talk about numbers like 4s and 5s. You know, power forward, center position. You know, players to get some things moving. So.
Ed Aiken into the building. Here, one of our officials.
I always love how they look like they're going to the airport. I wonder who started that.
Yep, you know, in the parking lot, you know when you're coming out, you always see them in the parking lot getting ready. And again, so thankful for our officials here this weekend at the Viking Invitational. And now 4:42 and ticking, 16-13. It'll be the Villagers out of the timeout. Lentini kicks to the corner. Venetia Thompson able to track it down. Thompson gets inside, kicks it, leads to a cutting teammate, and the floater's up and through. And the O'Hara. 1 point game. Left her open. She'll fire and she'll hit. From outside, Anissa Harris.
Oh.
Stolen now on the inbound and underneath the defender, but couldn't get it to fall for Sonia Moody-Adams. And the whistle, I believe, going to keep it down this end. Last touched by the Vikings, I presume. I mean, excuse me, the Villagers, and yep, so it'll stay with the Vikings. In the corner, able to get it back. Open again, will fire again. And this time the three off the mark. Now in transition. Up ahead, O'Hara got it to go.
Whew. That was hot potato there. Nice finish.
Good body control there to able to get that one up and through with a lot of momentum. And then a foul on the baseline. Is that going to count?
Nah.
It will not, I believe, a foul on the floor.
Yeah. Oh, he said it. He said it. He went like this. I feel like
they counted it.
Yeah.
So that will count. So that bucket good, plus the foul for Tanaya Reese. She'll have a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play.
I'd rather see, you know, on that call over the years, I feel like we tend to be quick to not count it and not call it on the shot.
Oh, in high school, absolutely.
Yeah, the reality of it is, I would think I would want to encourage kids for that old, you know, traditional.
Yeah, I don't
three-point
understand
play,
that
you know?
one, quite honestly. As we're having to travel in the backcourt and a turnover. Yeah, that's always been. I don't understand why it's not a thing to begin with.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's a few things we got to work on: shot clocks and continuation.
But you know, the letter of the law, I guess, says if you're not in a shooting motion at that moment, but then the discussion becomes whether or not when you pick up your dribble and you're heading towards that basket, you know, are you? And you know, you can make an argument that they're going to pass for sure, but more likely than not, they're going to be going into that layup motion.
Agreed.
Which is a shot. So.
Catch and shoot three here for the Vikings. It was Reese, no good, and the rebound to Kalia Lewis. 5-point lead for St. Elizabeth's.
Tough shot.
That was a tough one. It's too much momentum going downhill that time for Adriana Bristow. And now that deep miss going to lead to a chance the other way for St. Elizabeth's. And now a tie-up underneath. Possession arrow is going to keep it down that side of the floor. And some more subs here. .235 to go here in the first half. 22-17. In favor of the home squad. First time I've been able to say that today.
Yeah.
A home game splitting two defenders, but the layup no good for Zamilas.
Rebound, put it right back up. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And St. Elizabeth says we talked about some of these other teams. The hustle is there.
Yes. Yeah.
For the Vikings.
Yep.
O'Hara makes the extra pass. Ooh. That three is up off the mark for Caitlin Coriel, who hit her last three ball. And now Kyla Lewis Lost it there. On the floor for St. Owens. Reese to the baseline. Contact up, in, +1. It'll be the second chance almost in a row for the old-fashioned three-point play for Tanaya Reese. Unable to knock down the free throw on the previous possession. She'll have another opportunity here, and this going to be the second foul against Adriana Bristow, the team's 5th. So St. E's will be shooting free throws the rest of the half. And on the other side, no fouls for the Vikings here in the second. And this time, three-point play actually is converted again. So back-to-back three-point plays here in the quarter for Tanaya Reese. 27-17, largest lead now of the evening. It's at double digits here for the Vikings as we hit a minute and a half to go in the half. Three straight away, off the mark for Coriel. Harris back up top, and now they work it around. Reese thought about it. And they'll now settle into the half-court offense. Reese around the screen, good defense on the recovery. It now leads to a three straight away. That was off the mark. That time for Sullivan. Now we have a whistle in the backcourt, not sure. And a whistle and a foul, I believe.
Thought he put, yeah.
I guess a foul against St. Elizabeth.
Everybody was a little confused, Nick. Wasn't just
Yeah.
you.
I believe they're going to call this one
and me.
against Anissa Harris. That's to be the first foul against St. Elizabeth. We don't have confirmation on that. But it'll be Villagers basketball down by 10, 45 seconds to go in the half. Lentini getting downhill through contact. Almost somehow got the English to scoop that one up and in. But Villagers are able to get downhill with a lot of momentum. Just got to stay under control, able to get to the free throw line there.
Yeah. When you play like this, and this is true of both teams, both squads, boys or girls. You play like this. The goal is to put the ball in the basket. So you want to make sure you're not so out of control that you're just banking on drawing a foul.
Agreed.
Because you do want to make that basket, and we know at the high school level sometimes free throws, success is not what we'd like it to be. So you just want to make sure you're not too out of control.
1 out of 2 on the line for Lentini. And right down the floor go the Vikings. Shot, though, doesn't fall. Rebound to the Villagers, who are trying to get it and go. They do. Lentini now ahead of the pack, but can't hit the layup. Bethea is there for the putback. So just like that, 27-20, Villagers trying to make a comeback. Thought about the three, and now they'll get it up top. Final shot here coming for the Vikings. It's St. Owens with the ball in her hand, 7 and ticking. Owens kicks it to the corner. It's going to be a mid-range jumper at the buzzer, way off the mark, and the Villagers take a little momentum into the locker room, but for the most part, it was the St. Elizabeth Vikings controlling half number 1. They lead 27-20. And, of course, they got 6 points from Tanaya Reese, 6 points from Michaela Sullivan. And they're up by 7 over the Villagers, who got a lot of their contributions from Muffin Bethea. She had 6, 4 for O'Hara, and 4 for Kalia Lewis. What stood out to you, Joe, in half number 1?
We thought there at the end that St. E's was really going to start to pull away, but like you said, the Villagers, a couple baskets there at the end of the quarter, and they kept.
It's 27-20, Vikings over Villagers. We'll be right back with second half action here on Delaware Live Sports.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Fish On in the Villages of 5 Points. Come check us out. Fish On is committed to serving beautiful, simple coastal cuisine in a cool atmosphere with a happening bar, spacious dining room, and outside patio. Popular dishes include the seafood stew and fresh oysters from the raw bar. Fish On's recently renovated event room and is the perfect spot for your next event. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points, open 7 days a week, best happy hour around. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Soto Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Soto Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Soto Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out.
Welcome to Surf Bagel.
Surf Bagel has served the community in Delaware for over 20 years, providing fresh, hot bagels, breakfast sandwiches, lunch sandwiches, wraps, salads, local coffee and smoothies, and our iconic merch. Welcome to Surf Bagel. We're stoked to serve you.
Welcome to Surf Bagel.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy,
but have you tried Premier?
How you doing? My name's Mike Cassidy. I'm the founder and president of Cassidy Painting. I started back in 1984, incorporated in 1986. I never had the word no in my vocabulary. When someone called me to do a job, I always said yes, whether it was a struggle, whether it was 7 days a week, sun up to sundown, it didn't matter. And with that philosophy, we were able to grow to the size we are. We employ close to 80 individuals.
We really enjoy being in the family business. I look forward to coming to work every day, and it's so nice to work with the people that we work with in the office. We've really become a family with them. We really create a family experience around here.
And Cassidy Painting is a very diversified company. We don't say no to anything. We deal with everything from epoxy floors to painting buildings to spray foam insulation, spray fireproofing. If it deals with a coating, we can handle it. So when our customers call and they're under the gun and they know the need to get a job done, they know who to call because we perform. We've always been performed. We've never been replaced out of 37 years of business. For any of your painting needs, we can handle it.
First State Orthopedics has 46 physicians and 22 physician's assistants at 16 locations across the state of Delaware. We provide both surgical and non-surgical treatment for a variety of orthopedic conditions, are specially trained in current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physicians for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to all local emergency departments, medical aid units, and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Give us a call today at 302-731-2888 or visit us online at firststateortho.com.
Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution. We are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out. Matt's Fish Camp features seafood classics, coastal comfort food, and chef-driven specials that pair perfectly with our large selection of craft ales, curated wine list, and camp cocktails. Matt's offers indoor and outdoor dining and is the perfect place to have dinner with your family, happy hour with friends, or enjoy lunch at the Raw Bar. Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round. See you soon.
Wraps, signs, banners, and promotional items that can help your business stand out from the rest. Looking for an excellent way to convey a professional image? Customized promotional products are the perfect way to target new customers, increase employee retention, and boost your brand awareness. Let the professionals at Cassidy Graphics bring your advertising ideas to life. Give them a call today at 302-326-2412. Again, that number is 302-326-2412. Again, Cassidy Graphics brings your advertising ideas to life.
I would always pass by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom. We just clicked, like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized. They were on top of everything from day one. Always here when they said they would be, always on time, kept to the schedule. The level of comfort speaking to everyone that works at Ferris, they were just super friendly, easy to talk to. It was like they were friends, not, you know.
And welcome back inside Delaware Live Sports. Second half action on the horizon here at the St. E Center in Wilmington, Delaware. The Viking Invitational. Nick Allison joining alongside Joe Singles and Jason Winchell. Mike Lang walking by us right now. Hollywood on the camera tonight. It's been a fun day of basketball here at the Viking, and this one going to put a bow on our broadcast schedule here for day number 1. And a 7-point lead for the Vikings as we start the third. Foot on the line, 3 is up and good. Knocked through to get this thing started for Sonia Moody-Adams, who gets the start here in the second half for St. E's. Lewis racing down the floor, and she adds to her 4 points. She now with 6 after that field goal.
I could have sworn there was space between her toe and that line, but I guess not.
It was close. I got a late look at it.
But the ref was confident that it was a 2, so.
They know best, as always. Driving inside and a whistle and a foul. This one going to go against Caitlin Coriel, her first. And some free throws coming up for Zamila Seda Owens. 4 points in the first half for Seda Owens. And I could be wrong, and I'll look to my left here and ask Jason, is Seda Owens a transfer, Jason, or was she always at St. Elizabeth's? And that free throw off the back end of the iron. Yeah, I couldn't remember correctly. Yeah, it was one of those 2 years. First free throw off the mark. Second one's through.
Little full court zone. Creates a turnover.
And right back the other way. We've seen a lot of the teams that have won so far today, the pressure that they've been able to create in that full court has really worked for them. Red Bank just really suffocating Olmsted Falls here in the opener, and then a great defense in the second game by Arrowhead, and then a travel here. How about Navy getting a win over Oklahoma today in their bowl game? Unbelievable victory for the midshipmen. So congratulations to Navy. As we have a whistle and hold on the far side of the floor, a foul. It's going to be the second against Zamila Seda Owens. Team's first.
Oh.
The body's hitting the floor off the ball. This one going to go against the Vikings as well, back to back. And this one will go to Michaela Sullivan, her first.
Push.
So now we'll transition to under the basket. Trying to get it in, and what a moss there by Kalia. And now she's inside. Lewis hands it off underneath, finished off by Venasia Thompson.
Just kind of kept her head up the whole time.
And I believe a trip, so yeah, the foot that time of Alessia Lentini. She'll pick up her second. So we didn't have our fair share of fouls in the first half, but quickly got 4 here in the first minute and a half of the third. Inbound up top, tracked down by Tanaya Reese. And now Seda Owens. Again, Villagers in that man-to-man defense. Reese downhill, kicks. Seda Owens, open 3. Off the mark, but taken away right back by Reese, but then lost it to Lentini. Now it's Thompson, 2-on-1 the other way for the Villagers. Thompson intercepted in transition. Now chilling here in the far corner is Reese. Great recovery by the Villagers. It's going to lead to a tough shot, and the momentum carrying her forward for Michaela Sullivan. Lewis by the defenders. Good active hands by Seda Owens to get a hand on it without fouling.
Back and forth,
back and forth. I finally get to pause here for a second.
Yeah.
Of course, arriving here at the Viking Invitational a little after 12 today. As they get it in. Bristow fouled on her way up, so some free throws coming up for the Our Lady of Mercy Villagers. Third team foul here in the quarter against St. E is going to be the first foul against Alea Dorsey. who's into the ball game for the Vikings here in the third. And Bristow knocks down the first free throw. She's on the score sheet. Battling with those 2 fouls here. Some subs, and now leaving the game is Sullivan after her foul. So she'll get a breather.
She fell really hard when she was fouled here at the other end. Fortunately, she didn't come directly down on the basketball, but she fell pretty hard.
Reese gets it to Bolden. Extra
Good
hop
move.
step in there, but
just couldn't finish.
unable to get it to go. Bristow now the other way, has it stolen.
Foul. Oh.
I believe a whistle just out of bounds.
Yeah.
Gets tipped out of bounds for the moment.
Yep.
5:15 to go in the third. We got a 4-point game, 30-26. Now St. E's controlling it here. Step back three, tough shot. Got it off for Moody Adams. And Lewis with another rebound. She's always got her eyes up ahead. Finds a teammate, but just too much on the layup attempt. There was Bristow. But a clean look and a nice pass by Kalia Lewis. Active defense. It's Bristow who pokes it away. Bristow with contact.
That's going to be an intentional foul, yeah. Can't do that.
So you said it, Joe, intentional foul, and it'll be free throws here for Bristow, and I believe the basketball. And how we're going to get that to work here.
But neither team seems to be interested in just settling things down. You know, it's just been kind of back and forth, and neither team has really got any good looks out of this, this scramble here. Like to see after these free throws, one of the two teams at least find their point guard and just, run a little half-court set.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of slowing down out of any of our teams today. Under control, we've seen Arrowhead played fast but under control. Red Bank was the same way. And as you mentioned earlier, things turning into a track meet here, but a big series of events now for the Villagers from Our Lady of Mercy, who knocked down the free throws. Bristow's got 4 free throws in the quarter, and now just a 2-point game, a chance to tie or take the lead here on this possession. And it will be touched by Bolden, stay here. Here's Lewis, trying to get downhill. Not shy as Kalia Lewis, but that shot wouldn't go.
The other way.
I believe against the Vikings here, Joe?
Yeah.
It's going to be the 5th team foul now for St. E's.
Yeah, number 20, Skylar Bolden. She's having a good game, man. She's doing the right thing. That time she didn't have position and she reached over top. And why she got the foul called on her, but in general, I've been impressed with her ability to use her body to clear out space in the lane and soft touch around the basket.
Bethea misses the first free throw. She led the team with 6 points in the first half. A chance to add on here. One more on the way. The lefty's up and got it through. 30-29 as the Villagers battling back here, a 1-point game. So we're halfway through the third. Ball is loose, and they're going to get Kalia Lewis with a kick coming this way. Nice crowd here for the Vikings at home. One of the luxuries of having the Viking Invitational, if you're St. Elizabeth, get to play a home game here in a tough tournament.
Yep.
A little bit of a drought now here for St. Elizabeth, at least offensively. So see if they can get something going as Seda Owens just able to save that one. Reese up top. Looking for somewhere to go with the basketball. Now she'll put it on the floor. Reese out of control a little bit, lost it on the way up. And now Lentini lurking in the backcourt. She's fouled on her way up by Skylar Bolden. So free throws coming for Alessia Lentini, and now a chance to tie or take the lead.
Yeah, it's not a bad foul by Skylar. I mean, it's, you know, we're getting towards the end of the, a little bit more than halfway through the, almost said eighth quarter. third
It's
quarter.
been a long day.
Yeah, third quarter. That would have been an easy 2. And she, not only did she foul, but she fouled the right way in that she didn't let the shot have any really chance of going in.
We're all tied at 30. That free throw no good. Bolden with a strong rebound. 10-3. Villagers outscoring the Vikings here in quarter number 3. Woo. Bolden showing off the athleticism. Hop step drop inside, but a whistle. This one might be against Bethea. And it will be her second personal. Team's third. Got to get it in. And she does successfully to Dorsey. Dorsey lost it and lost it off of her hip, and yeah, it was the right. They fixed it, it will go the other way. So Villagers will shoot free throws the rest of the quarter. And now they have a chance to take the lead, and that one's stolen. Bolden has the loose ball, leads the break for the Vikings. Kicks to the corner. Catch and shoot for Reese. And Lentini with a strong rebound and a whistle and a foul coming up near us.
Yep. Good box out. You said she'll shoot.
So that's going to be the third foul against Skylar Bolden, who's picked up all 3 fouls in the last 3 minutes. We'll see what coach decides to do. As we mentioned, walking the floor now for free throws for Alessia Lentini. 2 for 3 at the line tonight for number 21 in gray. That one just off the mark. In back to the game for St. E's is Anissa Harris. Had that 3 back in the second quarter. And an empty trip at the line, but a second chance created. Fading away from the baseline is Kalia Lewis and gets the shooter's roll. Lewis with 4 in the quarter. She's got 8. And now a 2-point lead for the Villagers, who have battled all the way back. Stop, pop, and drop. That time for Zamila Seda Owens. O'Hara has the inbound, got rid of it, and lost it and turned it over. So Vikings lost the lead. Now a loose ball by half court. Some bodies hitting the floor, and Seda Owens comes out of the pack with the basketball. Extra pass to Reese for 3. No good, and then a big rebound by Muffin Bethea. We'll see if we get a tie-up or a whistle. That's going to actually be a tie-up. But the arrow going to give it to the Villagers of Our Lady of Mercy.
I like that shot, though. It's a good, that's not a bad shot at all, even though it didn't fall. You know, a lot of these threes that the St. E's girls have taken tonight have been pretty good in rhythm.
Yeah.
Shots. They're not falling, but.
Fiddler now back into the game in the backcourt for Our Lady of Mercy as we hit the 2-minute mark of the third, all tied at 32.
Oh.
Bristow for 3, no good. How about that rebound by Lewis, and then a hand on the ball, so no foul. Great defense underneath by the Vikings. O'Hara, Bethea, Lewis, Bristow, and Fiddler for the Villagers. Seda Owens, Reese, Anissa Harris. Inbound to Lewis, and she scores off the glass. Pretty on the inbound play. 10 now for Lewis, who's into double figures. That one intercepted, knocked out of bounds by Muffin Bethea. Coach chanting out some orders, Mr. Coach Coyle from the Villagers, and wrapped up. That time Bethea had the hook.
Yeah, wraparound pass interference. That's what it is, right?
Yeah. That is right. Exactly how it looks, right?
Yep,
The receiver's trying to come out of his break.
Yep.
Third personal, though, against Muffin Bethea. This one's up. Short for Anissa Harris. That one might have been tapped out by Reese. Will stay with the Villagers. So 34-32.
This is the longest, the visiting team has held a lead, I think, since the beginning of the game.
14-5, Joe. The Villagers have outscored St. E's here in the third.
Yeah.
Down by 7 at the break. Get it to Bethea. She's been successful. Should be a jump ball. And possession arrow back to the Vikings on that one. Again, just to remind everyone, our rest of the third quarter here for the final minute. We'll be shooting for fouls for both teams. Reese able to get past that initial level of defense. Kick to the corner. That three is up. It's short for Sullivan, but her second chance on the baseline once again rolls out. And there she is for the putback, though, is Anissa Harris.
Good work.
Here's Bristow now with under 50 to go in the third quarter, all tied at 34. Our best game of the evening so far today. Between the Villagers and the Vikings. Lewis lost it, now gonna have to try to make something happen, and a whistle and a foul against Kalia Lewis.
Yeah, ref said she kind of used her body and used her hips to kind of push the St. E's defender into the ball, hoping that she would touch it so Lewis could pick it up again.
So free throws coming for Tanaya Reese. Reese had that big second quarter, 6 points in the second, all 6 of her points coming then. And now a chance to give the lead to the Vikings back, and she does. It's been a long third quarter as opposed to the other quarters that we've seen today. A lot of action, though, in this one. And another free throw on the way for Tanaya Reese. And nothing but net on both. She's got 8. 30 seconds to go here in the third. Villagers able to break the press. A cutting Kalia Lewis couldn't finish the layup. Thought it was last touched by Seda Owens, but it was touched by a Villager. So St. E's will have the basketball up by 2 and potentially the last shot of the third quarter.
Yep, looks like they're content to hold it here for the last shot. And, they just, for a little 4-point swing there, bounce back to take the lead. So can hold it.
Reese dancing with Kalia Lewis here straight away.
Gotta go.
Driving Seda Owens, and I believe
foul on the floor.
That'll be free throws.
Yeah.
With 5.4 seconds. Tough call there. As Seda Owens put it on the floor, trying to get to the basket, and somebody must have touched her. I missed it from the angle here.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but the ref called that little arm bar there, forearm and the side.
So what is it on the scoreboard? That would be the third on Bristow, not her second, but that's what they're going to go with here. Adriana Bristow. Free throw is good for Seda Owens. Knocked them both down. Five in the quarter for St. Owens. She's got 9 for the game. And not going to get a shot off are the Villagers at the buzzer. So it started here in the third quarter with St. E's up by 7. They'll take a 4-point lead now to the fourth. A minute on the clock. We'll be back with fourth quarter action. The Viking Invitational, St. E's and Our Lady of Mercy right here on Delaware Live Sports.
First State Orthopedics has 46 physicians and 22 physician's assistants at 16 locations across the state of Delaware. We provide both surgical and non-surgical treatment for a variety of orthopedic conditions, are specially trained in current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physicians for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to all local emergency departments, medical aid units, and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Give us a call today at 302-731-2888 or visit us online at firststateortho.com. First State Orthopedics has 46 physicians and 22 physician's assistants at 16 locations across the state of Delaware. We provide both surgical and non-surgical treatment for a variety of orthopedic conditions, are specially trained in current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physicians for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to...
And welcome back inside Delaware Live Sports here at the St. E. Center for the Viking Invitational, Wilmington, Delaware, the site for one of your big holiday East Coast tournaments. Nick Alessandrini, Joe Singles, Jason Winchell, Mike Holliday, Hollywood on your camera today. As we are underway here in the fourth quarter, 8 on the clock, 38-34, in what has been our most competitive game of the afternoon. Lewis takes the dribble handoff. Nobody's there to stop her, and she scores. 12 for Lewis. Remember, don't go anywhere after the immediate conclusion of this one. We'll have our player of the game presented by Claire's Fashions. Kick to the corner, Sullivan for three. Knocked down one early, struggled since. As Coach Pisani making his way to the floor, Archmere going to take the hardwood coming up here after this one. Bristow lost it, tipped away. Hard defense from Sullivan. Bristow nowhere to go. They make up for it. It leads to a muffin Bethea underneath the basket. Easy two.
Right back at it. Tie game. Tie ball game.
It's been a fun one, Joe. Like I said, our most competitive today. We've seen some great basketball, but this one has been back and forth. 38-38. Seda Owens on the baseline, hangs and finishes. Seven points in the second half alone for Seda Owens. Open three, it's up short. No good for Caitlin Coriel. 2-point lead for St. E's.
Tough shot.
That is a very tough shot, and able to get a trip to the free throw line, though, out of it for Tori Richardson. Richardson quiet in this one, scored that basket, or had the two free throws back in the first quarter. Had a few fouls early on, had to remove her from the game, and now making her way back in, still with just the two fouls, and we'll probably see her a lot here in the fourth.
Yeah, anytime the shooter is moving away from the basket, we try and teach the defenders to just stay straight up and not reach over top, try and block a shot, because as you know, anytime you're moving forward or back on a shot, becomes exponentially more difficult.
Another turnover for the Villagers. It's going to lead to Reese. Pump fake on the baseline. Kick over to Sullivan. Sullivan, I think that's a three ball. Off the mark, but an offensive rebound by Reese. Richardson inside, floats it through.
Timeout.
Timeout on the floor. We'll stay right here. 6 minutes to go and a 6-0 run to start the fourth quarter. In this fourth quarter now for St. E's. They lead 44-38.
I mean, honestly, at any given moment, I'm not sure I know who's winning. It's just back and
It is. It's been a fun one to call.
Real quick. 6-8 point turnaround here for St. E's. They're just continue to play hard and battle, and they're a little bit more under control than they were in the first half, which I think is why a lot of these layups and things, they're going in the basket now, whereas in the first half at the far end, layups didn't have much of a chance of going in. So
you're right with that.
Made an adjustment.
Out of control a little bit there in half number one. You look down at the stat sheet. Now Kalia Lewis leading the way for the Villagers. She's got 12. Right behind her is Muffin Bethea. She's got 9. And then 4 for Gwen O'Hara. And 3 for Caitlin Coriel. 2 for Venetia Thompson. You look over at St. Elizabeth's. We talked about Seda Owens. She's got 11 points. She's into double figures. 8 points for Tanaya Reese. And Anissa Harris with 5 had that triple back in the second quarter. But Seda Owens kind of been the go-to player here offensively for St. E's in this one. As both teams ready to get back to the hardwood out of the timeout. Here on Delaware Live Sports. Viking Invitational. We'll be bringing you action tomorrow afternoon as well as Sunday and Monday. The boys will be getting underway Sunday and then championships on Monday. The girls here getting us started on Friday and tomorrow. And there are some nice matchups tomorrow. Red Bank taking on Arrowhead. That's going to be a fun one. Yep. As breaking the press almost led to an easy 2. Couldn't corral it, and then just throwing it up late was Caitlin Coriel. But a second chance as the Villagers able to come up with it. Lentini to the basket, floats it too strong. Bolden battling for the rebound. She has it and able to save it. And St. E's gets the stop. Seda Owens, too easy.
Yeah, that was a smart play. She had a corner shooter here, but she made the right play by taking it all the way to the basket.
Run continues now for St. E's, 46-38. We were all tied at 38. Seda Owens a hand on it, and last touched by the Viking. $13 for Seda Owens, a game high. And a whistle and a foul on the perimeter, an elbow from Tanaya Reese. Just her second personal. And the team's second. And you hear, I don't know if it was the coach or the crowd chanting Golden State like it might have been a play for the Villagers. Maybe a 3-ball is what you get on Golden State. Let's see, they get it inside. Bristow tried to kick out. Good hands and stolen. Richardson, bounce pass to Seda Owens. It's
great
good.
Pass. What a great pass. Woo.
That was pretty.
Yep, kept her head up the whole time as she was coming up the court. Or down the court, depending on your perspective.
St. E's opening up a 10-point lead. And then a 10-second call against the Villagers gives it right back to the Vikings. So things unraveling a bit here in the last few minutes for Our Lady of Mercy, as the Vikings have now gone on a 10-0 run since we were tied at 38. Richardson. Sullivan, no hesitation from the corner for 3. Rebound, it's a strong one to Muffin Bethea. Villagers need to find an answer on offense. Bethea crossing over, and the whistle to the dismay of Tanaya Reese. Most likely will be her third personal.
Reach in there.
Team second. 4:20 on the clock. 10-point lead for the Vikings over the Villagers. Somewhere to go, looking for somewhere to go as Adriana Bristow has to get it in. Tried to get it to Kalia Lewis, stolen by Reese. Richardson now has the loose ball. Euro stepping by Bristow and finishing. 6 points in the corner for Tori Richardson, who battled foul trouble early on. And another 10-second call. And things were unraveling a moment ago. They've really unraveled here now.
Yeah, the pressure and the headiness of the St. E's players is just creating these fits for the Villagers. You know, not only is St. E's putting pressure on the ball, but they're not rushing then at the opposite end when they gain possession.
Sullivan driving, kicking, extra pass made. Reese. Bolden wants 3, and she rattles one home. A big one from Skylar Bolden. And now that puts St. E's up 15, and the run is now 15, and could be more as Muffin Bethea able to steal it back. A whistle, a foul, +1 underneath for Muffin Bethea. Talk about a much-needed basket for the Villagers.
Yeah, 13 points now. 3:24 to go, and you know it's been from the defense. Defense has created easy scoring opportunities for the Vikings here.
Yeah, a chance to add one more at the line. First points in about 4 minutes here for Our Lady of Mercy. Free throw no good. Rebound to Kalia Lewis, though. A chance for a 4-point possession, and they got one. Lewis now with 14 on the evening for the Villagers. And now from a quick 4-0 run, makes it back to a 11-point game with 3:20 to go. Joe, if you're Our Lady of Mercy, what are you going to do to get yourself back in this one? 3:20. St. E's playing well down the stretch.
You know, it seems like Lewis is almost, you know, in the first half, she was taking the ball up every time. Now we don't see the ball in her. And then not that she's, you know, hasn't made her fair share of mistakes, but in general, you know, they seem to operate better when the ball is in her hands. And I would like to see her kind of guide towards the ball more as they try and get themselves back in this game, because there is enough time. 3:20 is enough time to you know, gain back an 11-point lead, but they're going to have to do it through Lewis.
Yeah, she's been strong today.
Yeah.
Out of control at times, but as you mentioned, she's been the catalyst for the Villagers. She's got, again, 14 tonight. And, of course, a lot of that coming here in the second half. She's got 10 in the second half. And, again, going to need a spark here. Still time left, though. 3:20, 11-point lead for St. E's. Villagers will apply this full court pressure. It'll be Coriel, Lentini, Muffin Bethea, Adriana Bristow, and Kalia Lewis. And Lewis active, able to steal it. Lewis gets it to go. And then a quick foul by, I believe, Bethea. And if so, that will be number 4. So let's see who they give it to.
21. I believe it was on number 21.
And that'll be Bristow's 4th as well.
4th, yeah.
Lentini will get a breather now as Venetia Thompson back in. 9-point game with 3:10 to go. A fun one here as we wrap up day 1 at the Viking. That ball deflected, and Bristow almost coming up, and they do get the steal. Bristow, cross court to Coriel. Tries to feed Lewis, and Lewis able to corral it, or no, she didn't. And actually, fortunately for the Villagers there, somehow it was stepped out of bounds or tapped by a Viking there before Lewis stepped out.
Yeah.
Big possession here with the Villagers down 9. Lewis tracks it down. They left her open. She thought about it. Now going to get to the basket. Pick and roll. Gets it underneath. Good active hands. Lewis. Bristow. It's now Venetia Thompson. Muffin Bethea battling for the rebound, and it's going to be a tie-up, I believe was the call, and it's going to be St. E Viking basketball, but got to give credit to Muffin Bethea. She's been battling today for the Villagers.
Yep.
So tie-up gives it to St. E's, though, but the arrow goes back now to Our Lady of Mercy, able to break the pressure. Five-second call. Bristow locking up the defense on Zamila St. Owens. So things tightening up here down the stretch. 2:04 to go. Still a 9-point game, but feels like it's a one-possession game the way we've been going back and forth.
Yeah, the lead has changed so many times and very quickly at times.
Yeah.
Despite these long runs by St. E's, the lead has changed. Lead can change quick. What is that saying? Got to keep your head on a swivel.
Head on a swivel, yeah, that's for sure. They're trapping Lentini. She got rid of it. Now cross court to Coriel. Lewis has it off the pick. Tried to get it underneath to Muffin Bethea. No, but it was saved. Not ready for it. Bristow on the baseline, getting it to Kalia Lewis. This one's out of control and then finally stolen away. Clear path. And up and through, coast to coast for Sonia Moody Adams, and a big bucket for St. E's that could end up putting this one away. Lentini stopping, popping, 3 off the mark. Rebound to Coriel. She can hit that. She'll take one. No good. Rebound to St. E's with 112. And now the Vikings can be patient offensively. A foul on Lentini, her third. And Vikings looking good here with 1:09 to go, up by 11.
Yeah, as long as they, play smart, and I've heard their coaches calling out for them to pull it out and just relax. Should be 11 points in 69 seconds is unless you have some three-point shooters, which unfortunately for the Villagers, we haven't seen that out of them today. So St. E's can steer this. Vikings can steer this ship, into port.
Here at home. It's always good when the Vikings can get a win at the Viking Invitational.
Yeah.
They're going to be happy with that. Kick to the corner.
Good
and
foul.
a foul.
I like that foul, yeah.
Harris fouled on the floor. That foul going to go against Kalia Lewis. Her third and just the team's fourth. So should see some free throw fouls coming up potentially, depending how Coach Coyle wants to play this thing out.
Looks like they're going to be content to let it.
I respect it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. 55-44.
Yep, he wants them to foul, but they're not. But at this point,
I have a feeling we'll get one here shortly.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. I didn't want to say it, but
25 and ticking, Vikings holding it out. And again, a fun one here at the St. E's Center. 27-20 at the half, and then we were tied 38 in the fourth quarter. And then St. E's exploding. A 17-6 run to end the game for the Vikings, led by Seda Owens. She had 15, and the Vikings get a win at the Viking Invitational. 55-44 over the visiting Villagers from Our Lady of Mercy. And guys, this was a fun game.
yeah, lots of back and forth throughout the game. What looked like maybe Villagers were going to run away with it early ended up being an exciting game, and St. E's was able to kind of, really honestly, St. E's made the most changes and the most effective changes coming out of halftime. In the second half for St. E's, they looked like a different team.
They certainly did. And they look good doing it. We're now going to be joined here by our friend from St. Elizabeth's, Zamila Seda Owens. Appreciate you, Zamila. Can you hear us loud and clear?
Yes.
All right. We appreciate your time. Heck of a ball game for you guys. 38-38. We were all tied up, and then you guys exploded. 55-44. You're able to bring home the victory. First off, just what was working for you guys tonight and able to get that late win?
Just us moving and driving to the basket, because obviously our shots from long wasn't falling, so we just had to attack the basket more.
Absolutely.
What kind of changes did you, or what did you guys talk about at halftime? So we were talking about on the broadcast, you guys really, you played your game, but you were more under control and settled when you guys went up for shots around the basket, and it really, really paid off, because in the first half, sometimes the layups weren't falling. But what did you guys talk about at halftime?
At halftime, coach was just telling us to attack the basket more. We was going to win off our defense. So once second half, we came out, started pressuring the ball, we started getting them steals, and then we just slowed the offense down, ran it, and that's where we got them gaps to make open layups.
Yeah.
Yeah, 15 points for Zamila Seda Owens here tonight. Again, you're playing in the Viking Invitational, cool tournament here during the holidays. Last question here, how was your holiday so far? And what's it like getting a win and, playing some of these teams that you might not usually play, out of state, getting kind of a new look there?
My holiday was good. Got to spend time with family and stuff, and it's just good. We're at home.
Exactly.
We didn't want to lose, so we just came out and got the win.
Absolutely. Well, Zamila Seda Owens, 15 points. You led the way tonight. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations on the win, and good luck with the rest of the season.
Thank you.
There she is, Amila St. Owens, 15 points, leading the Vikings to victory here tonight, 55-44. Joe, put a bow on this one. A fun day of basketball here, day one at the Viking Invitational. We saw some great team performances, some big matchups tomorrow, but a fun day.
Yeah, and in this last game, it's always nice to see when a team comes out and makes adjustments at halftime and it pays off.
Yes.
You know, lots of times, all coaches are going to tell their teams what adjustments to make, but when a team can actually come out and execute the changes out of halftime like the St. girls did tonight, it's just a good thing to see. And then, like you mentioned, the 2 out-of-state teams that we saw earlier today, you know, in Arrowhead and Red Bank, are, you know, some of the best girls high school basketball players in the country, and we'll have another chance to see them tomorrow.
That's going to be some fun ones. You don't want to miss it all. Getting underway 2:30 here at the St. Center. You can catch it all right live back here on 302 Sports on the YouTube channel. Well, for all of us here at the St. Center, Jason Winchell, Hollywood, Pat Garianis, Mike Lang, Nick Calladay, Joe, and myself, we wish you a happy rest of your Friday night. It's been a fun one. Day 2 coming at you tomorrow.